Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well today. What day is it? It's Wednesday today, is it? Or is it Tuesday? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. It's Wednesday evening. I've finished work. Tea's in the oven. All that bollocks. Anyway, you don't need to know that. Right, we got a beer now that picked up from Morrison's from Wrexham. So it's a supermarket beer, and it's a Welsh beer, and it's from Conwy Brewery, and this is a bottle of their Riptide Black IPA. It's coming in at 4.6% in a 500ml bottle. It was part of a 4 for 3 selection of beers. So you paid like £2 for 3 beers and got the fourth one free. So if you buy it individually, it's going to be £2. If you buy it like that, it's coming in at £1.50. It's a plain black bottle cap. Lovely plain sort of label there. And what we'll see, I'll give you some info on the back. Black IPA. Combining the best of dark roasted malt flavours and the great citrus hoppy aromas of American IPAs. The hops in this are Columbus, Cascade and Mosaic. And on the back it says all our beers are bottled at source in small batches. They undergo the minimum of processing so that they are unfiltered, unpasteurised and naturally carbonated. We do this because we believe this produces the best tasting beer. This is what I could do with editing, isn't it? Brewed in Wales by Conwy Brewery in Conwy. Now, their website is Conwy Brewery. Obviously, if you don't look back at this, Conwy is spelled C-O-N-W-Y. So the website is conwybrewery.co.uk. They are on Facebook, they are on Twitter, and I think they're under, whether that's, I think the Facebook Twitter thing is just Conwy Brewery, one big word. If I just show you that down there, I don't know if you can see. Don't know if you can see or zoom in on that or whatever you'll do. I don't know. But anyway, 500ml bottle. Let's just do that before it disappears because I fancy looking at myself for a few more seconds. So let's get this out the bottle. Now, we are putting it in a Snowdon craft beer. And just because they're literally a couple of miles down the road, I'm not trying to offend any of the breweries, but that will do for me. It's Welsh, isn't it? So let's get this cracked open, get the beer out, see what we get. And like I said, I do like a black IPA, so it'll be interesting to see what this is like. I'm not expecting so much craft sort of beer, if that sounds, hopefully that doesn't sound a little bit too harsh on the brewery or anything. But I'm expecting more of a traditional kind of craft beer, if that makes sense. Rather than a full-on sort of, you know, Polly's kind of craft beer. There is a little bit left in there, but I'm going to leave a little bit of space so I can have a sniff. I can see a few floaty bits in there. Holding it up to the light, there's a lot of floaty bits in there actually. There's a few on the bottom as well. I don't know if I can, no. Can you see some there? You should be able to see some there on the bottom of the glass. Lots of floaty bits. It's a sort of chestnut, I'm going to say a chestnut sort of colour. Not seeing an awful lot of carbonation going up, but I'm guessing, well, all the sediment's moving around, so I'm guessing that's because of the carbonation. We got a finger of lovely sort of just slightly off white head. It looks pretty much as you'd expect. So let's give her a swirl and see what the old Riptide Black IPA smells like. I'll be honest with you, not a lot. It's coming through now. It's yeah, the roasted malts, chocolate. I'm definitely getting sort of chocolate in there. Coffee, bitter coffee aroma. There is a little bit of that typical sort of hoppy sort of aroma as well that you get from this sort of drink. Yeah, on the aroma, it doesn't punch you in the face. You do, I wouldn't say you have to search for it so much, but it just, for me, just takes a little bit more getting up the nostrils. But it smells good. It smells like a decent black IPA. So we'll get the rest in there. That's real murky, that. We'll get the rest in there and give her a try. So cheers, everyone. Wow. Wow. Not so much for the taste there. Body on that at 4.6% is fantastic. I mean, that head is lovely and creamy. I don't know whether that head is helping that. It's bound to be helping it. It's always going to make it feel a little bit more creamy. But that body is fantastic. And you may have noticed on my face while I was taking that first mouthful, it was sort of like amazing, amazing body. Jesus Christ, that's got better body than, you know, this is 4.6. This has got a better body than some of the, well, a lot of stronger beers. It really has. Lovely, absolutely lovely and smooth. It really is super, super smooth. Carbonation is gentle. Now, I'll probably drink this quite quick and end up being a little bit gassy, if you like. But this sort of carbonation in this, if you drink it sensibly, isn't going to gas you up. It really isn't. Taste-wise, I've had a few mouthfuls. For me, taste-wise, roasty, malty, coffee, bitter. That's what I feel I'm sort of greeted with. Yeah, you get all that, but I'm going to say pretty much from the start, there was this gentle, sweet chocolate sort of taste. Going through, I would say, and that mouthful I had probably for about 3 or 4 seconds. That little bit of sweetness dies off. The hoppiness is in there now. I'm saying that the hoppiness is probably earlier in the mouthful as well. But I'm going to say you're greeted with the malts, coffee, bitterness. Definitely have that little bit of sweet chocolate going through at the front. As that chocolatey sort of thing wears off the sweetness, for me, you start getting that. The coffee bitterness is getting stronger and stronger as the sweetness is wearing off. And as the coffee's getting a little bit stronger, you're getting that hoppy finish to it. I mean, 4.6%. That is very drinkable. And that is very tasty. I've got to admit, it seems to me, with the black IPAs I've had some cracking black IPAs, but it seems to me the traditional ones suit my palate. The craft ones can be a little bit full on in my face, I think. I think they can be a bit too over hopped, a bit too stouty, if you like, that roasted malt. These are a little bit more subtle because, let's face it, an IPA and a stout, they're strong flavours in the beer. And it becomes I find it becomes a little bit too, you know, it's like strangling you. But for me, when you get a brewery, let's just say like this, Conwy brewery, along with other black IPAs I've had from, what's the bloody Chapel brewery that's local to me and that. They seem to be a little bit less, they've still got masses of flavour, but they're just that little bit toned down, and that really suits my palate. But this is a belter, and I tell you what, as a 4 for £6 at £1.50, you need to pick it up. I'm guessing, obviously, that being Conwy Brewery, North Wales, you're only going to pick this up sort of around the North Wales area. Like I said, I picked it up in Wrexham. You're sort of heading more that way where I live. But if you can get hold of it and you like a black IPA, at £1.50 if you buy it as a 4 for 3 thing, that is a bargain. Even at £2, it really is a decent drink. So yeah, well done Conwy Brewery. I highly recommend it, so give it a go. If you've had it before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe, like and share the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.